What's going on, family? I wanted to put you up on some stocks that I don't hear people talking about way too much right now, but this is the time to pay attention to them. Make sure you understand that investing carries risk, so you got to talk to a licensed financial advisor in your area. But the first banger is Grab, ticker symbol GRAB. It's currently a $6 stock. It's up 8% on a day. It's a $24 billion company. The PE ratio is out of this world at 201, meaning this is not yet a play that is earning the money to justify the stock price. What does that mean? That we can't treat this like our Microsofts. You heard me say that in the past. We can't treat this like our Apples, our Nvidias, or our VOOs. When you interact with a stock like this, you got to make sure you watch it like a hawk. The people who've been listening to me about watching things like a hawk have been making money hand over fist. I would say this month more than ever, I've heard people tell me, Keenan, what you're teaching me has changed my life. The reason is because they're actually listening to the whole story. They're not just hearing it and then trying to set it and forget it on something that's not a set it and forget it. This one could grow into being a company that's long-term crazy. However, right now you got to pay attention to it. Like I said, it's a $24 billion company, and to many that sounds like a lot. However, it's not that much in the grand scheme of these companies on Wall Street. Some of them are worth $3 trillion, $4 trillion. This one is worth $24 billion, meaning that it opens itself up to being more subject to manipulation. All it's going to take is one person on Wall Street to say, yo, we got $100 billion. Let's go make that one run up 50% and then drop it on everybody. Now, I'm not saying they can do that or they will do that, but I'm saying that they have the opportunity to. So then you watching it, you won't get caught up in the bull crap. I look at this and I see that 28 analysts, 89% of them are saying you should go ahead and load up on this one. This is a mobility related business, but they basically have no competitors. This is what their competitive advantage, that they don't almost have any real competitors. I look at the financials and it said that they were making about $700 million in 3 months. Now they look to make about $930 million in 3 months. So that means the numbers is actually going up. They don't justify the price of the stock yet, but the numbers is going up in terms of the business, so that's good. I looked at the income statement. It said that they was bringing in $664 million, and now they're gonna be bringing in about $819 billion, aka 23%, even higher than the last one. Why is that important? The numbers in the company are going up. I look at the balance sheet, the assets that they have versus the liabilities that they have. That's going up too. It's getting better all across the board. Then I look at this. Who is the top shareholders of Grab? Uber is one of them, and then one of them is Toyota in there too. So 79% of this company is owned by institutions or things like Uber or things like Toyota. This means that they're trying to get their hand in there. And why is that? Let's take a look. Millions of people use this each day. It's driver and merchant partners to order food and groceries, send packages, hail taxi rides, purchase and access services in lending, insurance, health, management, online, telemedicine. It's an everyday, everything app. Family, it's making a lot of sense why people are using this. You can do everything in it related to getting a service done. This is where the institution been loading up on it, the low $5 range and the $5.50 range. So that's going to give us a bounce zone. When you see it kind of going over there, if you see it come back down there, you want to look close and say, does it hold, or is this going into the fours? If it's going into the fours, especially like the 450s, then I want you to slow down. But if you see it coming down into the fives, then this is where the institutions generally pick it up. You want to see if they are. How are you going to be able to do that? You're going to look at it. You're going to open up a chart. You're going to look and see, did we close out the day over that 550, over that $5? And then that's going to give you the sign that the institutions are trying to slow it down from dropping if you catch it on a dip. And then if you catch it on a dip, this is what you're going to be able to do. Pay attention close. You're going to go to a call option, January 15th, 2027. This is the 5.5 in the money call. Right now it's 170. Why is this important? This is the one that I want you to watch if you know how to trade options, if you know how to use stop losses. I'm not telling you to go and buy this one per se, but I'm telling you that this is the one to watch if this thing is taking off the way that it has the potential to. And you already know me. When I see a price I like, I strike. I encourage you to invest into yourself. So KGU, you know, if I see a price I like, I'm gonna send y'all the alert. I'm gonna give you some price targets on this one. Wall Street is saying it could go between 8 and 550, but that 550, just like I was telling y'all, if we see it down there, we want to see, is it holding and is it not going into the fours? Because if it's going into the fours, we gotta wait. But if it's staying over the 550s, then we know, okay, it's time to go and look at that call option. And at a minimum, people are going to add it to their watch list and see how it moves if we stay over that 550. I want to reiterate that time and time again, because people need to hear the truth and the real. Then I want to put you up on a few other things that are important. The other one is Ethereum, ticker symbol ETH. This is a cryptocurrency. If you don't already have cryptocurrencies, then many people are diversifying their portfolio to incorporate somewhere around 5 to 10% of all of the money they have in cryptocurrency, and it's been paying hand over fist. But not just any cryptocurrency, like hype cryptocurrency, which you could trade in and out of those. Those are the ones that I say you got to watch like a hawk. But something like an Ethereum, something like a Bitcoin, these are the ones historically that you don't have to watch like a hawk. You need to have things that are stable in your portfolio so you don't have to spend every waking second studying it, watching it. You need things that just grow in our investments so you don't got to micromanage them. Ethereum is currently $4,700. I've been calling this one a buy for a long time, and now it just pumped up again. This is where I want you to watch Ethereum. There are two levels, about the 4,500 level and then the 4,000 level. If we don't see it come back down there, then you may have not had the opportunity to pick up more down at that level. However, there's another way to go about this and to play Ethereum through something that plays Ethereum. And this is through BMNR. So Grab, that's a stock. Ethereum, that's a cryptocurrency you can find on Coinbase. Now we're going to switch back to stocks again because you got to be multidimensional. BMNR is currently $55.09. Wall Street gave it one price target, and this is from Think Equity, and they said it's going to 60. But again, they're not up on this one yet. They don't understand it yet. We've been playing this one, and we was loading up on it when I was sending the alerts. Like I said, in the 40s, in the 50s, even in the 30s, at some point we were rinsing and repeating. So this is going to be a stock that you could use to play Ethereum on. This is BMNR, aka Bitmine. Make sure you're watching out for all of those, family. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you tapped into the live stream. So I'll see y'all in the next one so you get my buy alerts, family. I love y'all. And if you want to support the channel and get some free stocks, use the Moomoo link in the top of the description so you can have access to the best tools in the game. Again, I love y'all, and I wish you an early retirement. I'll see you in the next one, and take care.